Jay.
Yes, sir.
All right, so news that's going to shock the world.
Yeah.
Jaron Ennis going to camp with Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like for real, for real?
Yeah.
That's funny. I don't know. Yeah?
Yeah. What's your thoughts? Did you see this coming?
No. Of course not. I don't know, Mill. I feel a lot of ways about it. And you hear about, I don't know, because it's things I know about camp and how they want things to go. So is it going to be that way? Is y'all going to try to alter the camp, or is y'all going to let them go? Or, I mean, is y'all looking to still?
Give me the psychology behind both sides. What does Jaron Ennis get from this? What does Canelo Alvarez get from this?
I mean, Jaron Ennis get from it being in with the elite, a guy who's prepared for everything. One thing you can't say about Canelo is that he hasn't seen something. Canelo's seen southpaws, he's seen tall guys, short guys, slick fighters, he's seen bulls, he's been up against everything. So you get a world of experience with a guy like Canelo. You get a guy who's in full confidence with a guy like Canelo. So with that type of boxing, I would see Canelo really not worried about so much of what Boot's trying to do to him, but really just paying attention to him. But then it's the same, like, I don't know, I can see Boots kind of like, I think the mindset for Boots would be not only to prove I can hang, but to also be trying to see what will come with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I don't think I would do that. I don't know. It's just me. I just think, the only reason I say that because I think Boots can get that fight. I think Boots can end up in a fight with Canelo. And I'm saying that because, you know, the reason I say I wouldn't do it is because I wouldn't spar you and then here go a year later they fighting. Nah,
I mean, doesn't, for as much as it does for Canelo, it does for Boots, though, right? If that were to be the case.
Yeah, but there's so many ways it could go. And what I'm saying is, if I was to be where Boots is right now, if one thing we can all agree on, everybody hate Boots right now. They mad at Boots, right? So wouldn't it be crazy if Canelo fought Bud and then fought Boots the next year? Wouldn't that be wild? That would be wild. So I wouldn't want you to have any type of feel for me, like any type of, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't want you to know nothing. Like I wouldn't want you to feel nothing that I bring to the table. Nothing. Even if it is from a sparring standpoint, and it is different, but it's still the same. It's still different. It's still dangerous. You still got to get it in. And I still got to. Some part of you is going to be exposed in the sparring session. I mean, whether it's good or bad. That's the thing. It could be all good, but still exposed. I still know. I understand. I see it now. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't give that to Canelo. I look at them as both masters, like samurai. Same with Bud Crawford. There's a lot of people I see as masters, right? When you got two masters don't spar each other. They go at it for the real shit.
Has something like this ever happened in boxing that you've seen? Dudes that's on that level.
Maybe, yeah, but I never heard Roy Jones and Bernard sparring.
Yeah, but at the same weight.
My bad. I heard of maybe Roy Jones boxing. Roy Jones might have boxed somebody way, you know what I mean? Not somebody while he was active. Not somebody that he could fight while he was active. I never heard that.
I don't see them ever fight. I don't see it.
And my mind is a little wild, Bill. I think about shit like that. I think about that could possibly happen. That's something that we could possibly see. I say that because ain't no telling what Canelo's career. We don't know when Canelo's going to retire. We don't know what he's thinking about. Canelo just be, it's like, all right, Canelo fighting. All right, Canelo fighting again. All right, Canelo fighting. I mean, I thought Canelo would have been retired with all the wins he got. You know what I mean? But he's still rumbling. So for me, if I was Boots, I wouldn't want him to feel nothing. But at the same time, the experience he can gain from it, yeah, it's a lot of experience he can gain from it. Hell yeah. So might take him to the next level. Might just be like, this ain't what I thought it would be. You never know. You know what I mean? So I understand. I understand it though, because you're getting to test yourself on a high level. You know what I'm saying? You get to test yourself. It is a test, so I wouldn't be mad at that.
Jay, what up with you?
We here with honor, standing on code.
Emphasis on code. we might as well hop on there. Jaron Ennis sparring Backlash.
Yeah.
Of course, I knew that Terence Crawford fans would be upset.
Yeah.
I didn't see it being to this magnitude, and of course, it's not every fan because I feel like real Terence Crawford fans are saying, "Man, he can go get the Hulk. Canelo still gonna get his ass beat, or he'll beat up Boots and Canelo in the same night." You know, they talking heavy, but you got the other ones that are in their emotions, saying sellout, coon, traitor.
Yeah.
Even your man Bernie the Boxer did a video. Talk to me.
I mean, you gotta. I think it's more about Boots being Boots, meaning he don't give people much, but when he do, it's always like a statement. Every time he drop, it's something heavy. And people don't like that they can control the narrative with him because he don't care. You know what I mean? A lot of times guys needed the internet and guys needed people's opinion in their careers. What's amazing to me is all of a sudden all these Bud fans. I remember when Bud and Spence was about to fight, it was like 5% of the people talking about Bud would win. Now all of a sudden Bud got the whole world on his side, which is a great thing because he needed that, because he caught a lot of backlash throughout his whole career. So now it's just Boots' turn, because Bud done proved that you gotta fuck with him because he gonna go in there and do his thing. And now it's Boots' turn because Boots gotta prove it. Meanwhile though, Boots is going into a new division at 154 pounds. I need to feel that elite work. I need to get that real shit. I need to be up under that. Bud is not looking to spar Boots. He never reached his hand out the Boots. Calling somebody a traitor would mean me and you was on teams, or we was in some type of alliance. We had some type of alliance, and now we don't. I don't understand that because they never was like they cool. I could imagine them being cool, but they not like the best of friends. They not homies. You know what I mean? Shit like that. So all that trading shit and all that, I don't get it. I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird because it's coming out of nowhere based off a sparring session. So what I think people is really the first thing they see is, oh, he trying to help Canelo. All right, let's try this though. Let's wear a different hat. What if he out there beating the shit out of Canelo and he taking something out of him that could help Bud? What if that's the case? Or how about this is the case? Boots just wanted to go feel what it's like to be in there with a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Of this time. He's been in with some great fighters, but we gotta all agree Canelo is elite. And people just don't like it, I guess, because they feel like there was once a thing with Boots and Bud, far as Boots wanted to fight. Bud was like, nah, you ain't did nothing. I'm moving on. All right, cool. That was Bud's decision. But he can't get rid of that stench. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always something, because it'll always look like Boots hot on his trail. Even though he's not going after him. He going after whatever's there at 54. So, I mean, people just, what it shows is hate sells. You know what I mean? More than anything, it's the hate that people really love. You know what I mean? That's how you know it really ain't no love, because people choose to hate. They love to go with hate, and that's all it is. And it's that because it's easier to do that. It's hard to love somebody. It's hard to love somebody, so it's easier to be a hater. You know what I mean? So I think that's why people choosing to go that way. You know what I mean? Because he really ain't do nothing to nobody to deserve it. Not saying he shouldn't get no type of hate. You're going to get that regardless, but he ain't did nothing to nobody. So why everybody feel like that? And guess what? What the people don't know, the people that don't be in the gym, the people that don't understand what it's like to be a fighter, these are the opportunities you live for as a fighter. You want to get in there with the great fighters because that lets you know where you at. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand that, but they're going to say whatever they say because of the timing. I can understand the timing. I do understand that part. But at the same time, we all know we can't stop time. We can't make it move faster. Time going to roll how it roll. And, you know, that just is what it is.
What I'm struggling with is the same people that criticize PBC for years. Yeah. Same people that criticize Al Heyman for years. Like, and I'm talking about going out of their way, making videos, commenting on every video, happy when Showtime went out of business. Yeah. It's the same people that are talking about code. And I just want to know, why is your blackness situational? That's what I call it, situational blackness. When it comes to PBC, Premier Boxing Champions, Earl Spence, it's about boxing.
Yeah.
When it comes to Terence Crawford and this boot situation, now it's about us versus them.
Yeah.
This fight is Terence and Saul.
Yeah.
Terence and Saul are going to make a shitload of money. Terence is going to make generational money for all his fucking kids.
Right. Real shit.
That's what's important. That's the focus.
When I think code, I think about when y'all see these kids out here going the wrong way and y'all don't say nothing to them, and you know they going the wrong way, you know they could get hurt. When you hear about these little girls getting sexually assaulted and you don't do nothing about it. When you know it's a guy in the neighborhood, he killing up everything, and you don't do nothing about it. You don't say nothing about it. When you see on TV black men getting killed, and the best thing y'all do is record. Make sure somebody record. What is that helping? All you doing is publicizing it. All you doing is basically taping a new episode of the issues we have already and have had in the past. It's been since forever. All this cold shit is out of pocket because that's really dead. And the reason it's dead is because everybody is for themselves. So talking like that, you just trying to sound smart. A lot of y'all is pussies. Y'all not ready to die. And the reason I'm going that far is because when guys was really talking like that and standing for something, that's usually what happened to those guys. Huey P. Newton died, got killed over this shit. Even though they say the story was he was in a dope house. He was in the dope house getting high or whatever, and he got killed. Malcolm X got killed right in front of his kids. Martin Luther got killed. Fred Hampton got killed. Everybody who stood for something, that really stood for something, that was really trying to make a difference, they died. That's not what y'all trying to do. So code is, like you said, situational. I'll talk some shit and sound like I'm Malcolm X, you know what I mean, on the internet about a sparring issue, but I won't step up on some real shit. You know that kid, that guy George Zimmerman is still walking around, right? You know he's out of jail.
Yeah.
He's walking around. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about. None of y'all are ready to stand on no real shit and die. Standing on something don't mean standing in a crowd full of people and you everybody got matching t-shirts on and we fighting for our rights. That's not standing on, man. We standing on it is taking action. You know what I'm saying? Just like T.O. running around saying all this shit. And yeah, a few people ran up on him and said a few things, but no, put your hands on him. Like, put your hands on him. You know what I'm saying? But they not going to do that because nobody really want to go through no real shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to go through the legal issues. Nobody want to go through going to jail. Nobody want to die. So at the end of the day, motherfuckers is just talking because it sound good. That shit is corny. Stop. Because you're not ready to die. So if you ain't ready to die, stop talking like you crazy.
Jay.
Yeah.
I believe the code still exists. I don't believe the code is bullshit, right?
For sure.
But I believe you got to stand on it across the board.
Right.
You can't, because you're a Bud fan, you want to pick this time to talk about the code.
Right.
PBC is a black business, a black-owned business.
Right.
If you care about the code with Bud, then you care about supporting PBC. Right. You can't pick and choose when you gonna be black, and when you. I feel like you got these guys out here that are trying to weaponize our ancestors' struggle.
Right. Right. And they don't care. And you know what's so funny about the internet? Everybody act like they taking a stand when they say some shit on the internet. You doing it for the same reason everybody else is doing it. It's content. Now, some of us may really feel what we say. We might really feel like that. I'm not saying all y'all are just saying it. But I'm saying for the most part, people get on there and say shit all the time. And it's for the content. They know they're going to get a reaction. God rest his soul, Kevin Samuels, when he got on the internet and he started talking... And he started talking his truth about women, the world ate it up. And he made money off it. And people try to pretend like they don't understand this what this is. This is what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of that. So I don't understand. Hart, what's up, Hart? Yeah.
But when we talk about situational, right? And I'm not singling these dudes out. I'm just trying to point out the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Canelo Alvarez has fought plenty of black fighters.
Yeah.
Where was the videos about Rashidi Ellis?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the videos about Ronald Ellis?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the videos about Shane Mosley?
Yep.
Right. And then the argument that I'm hearing is, oh, well, you think a Mexican will help Terence Crawford prepare for Canelo? They are.
Yeah.
This is boxing.
Yeah.
But why all of a sudden do we want to make a racial issue when it's a sports issue?
Because they trying to do everything they can to bring him down. And the reason they trying to do everything they can to bring him down is because they don't like how he moving. Because he moving how he want to move. Like I said, Boots in this, you know why I don't have a problem with Boots? One, because there's no reason for me to have a problem with him. Two, though, I support anybody who support Philadelphia and bring the energy back to Philadelphia. And that man was able to open up the Wells Fargo for boxing. That's fucking a great accomplishment to a guy like me. You know what I mean? To say I went to a fight at the Wells Fargo, the very first boxing match at the Wells Fargo, and it was a kid that I watched grow up, and I watched him train, and so I'm not gonna fool. And I see people keep saying, "Oh, why are Sim and Greg Hackett, y'all do anything to be biased and this and that?" Shut the fuck up. Because you ain't going to do nothing about it. You're not going to do nothing. When you see me, you're going to act like you didn't say that and you're going to speak to me. If not speak to me, you're going to do some weird shit like take a picture half a block away. Yeah, get out of here with the bitch shit. And then as far as Bernie, listen, you know why I'm not mad at Bernie? Because that's his guy. And think about Omaha. Omaha is not known for boxing. So therefore, they trying to hold on to the greatest we ever produced when it comes to boxing. They not trying to let nobody think anybody could beat Bud Crawford, because that might be the first and last great thing as far as boxing to come out of Omaha, only because boxing is not popular in Omaha, Nebraska. But in Philadelphia, boxing is life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the street been in a gym before. Every grandma walking around, auntie, whatever, they either related to a fighter or they dated a fighter, or, you know what I'm saying? That's how much boxing going on in Philly. So I understand why Bernie is going so hard, and that's his guy. He came up with Bud. So I'm not mad at Bernie. Why would I be mad at Bernie? Now, is some of the shit he's saying outrageous? Yeah, it's outrageous, and he know it's outrageous. But at the same time, though, guess what? He rocking for his guy, I'm rocking for mine. So guess what? It is what it is. Ain't nobody gonna do shit about it. They not. On either end, nobody not going to do nothing to Bud, and ain't nobody going to do nothing to Boots over this shit. So why all the corny shit? But the only reason they doing it is to sound smart, to sound like they standing for something. You niggas out here that be doing gun training, all this tactical gun training, y'all not ready to die. That shit just look cool. Because every time something happens to these little girls out here, every time one of these young boys go missing, every time one of these dudes get killed by a cop or something like that, all you niggas do is stand in the crowd and yell. Man, shut up. You ain't gonna do shit. And if you is, I wanna see. I can't wait to see. Because I be seeing on the internet, it's all these dudes, they grouped up, they be doing all this tactical training and they ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. Y'all out here killing animals and shit. Shut up. You're not trying to do nothing.